It is 12 minutes to 1 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. It is time for a celebration, of course. Gauteng is today honouring its matric exam top achievers. They're being honoured for their overall performance and in the different subjects that these matriculants made it, despite the challenges imposed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, kosazana Dambuza is out there for us. Let's find out what they're doing this year. And kosazana, good afternoon. And of course, every year we honour these top achievers, but this lot particularly deserves just that little bit of extra praise.
Hi, Yuveka. Yes, indeed. And today, the Gauteng Premier David Makura, as well as the Executive Mayor of Johannesburg, Jeff Makubo, and of course, the Gauteng Education Department are all here to salute the cream of the crop in the province of the 2020 National Senior Certificate exams after a year marred by the COVID-19 pandemic. But today, both the top achievers and their parents are beyond elated over the great results and the awards and bursaries that they've now received from the government to further their studies. But we know that Gauteng is currently second in the country with a number of matric passes with 83.8%, which is a decline of 3% from the previous year. And of course, MEC Panyaza Lesufu also announcing that the top 5 districts in the country actually all come from this province, and that none of the 15 districts in Gauteng performed below the national average pass rate of 76%, which is pretty impressive, Yuveka. But joining me now to talk more on this is the Gauteng MEC, Panyaza Lesufi. Thank you so much for your time, MEC. Maybe let's just start by getting a reaction from the department regarding the matric results outcomes.
Thank you so much, Nkosazana. We're just relieved that finally we can release the results. It looked impossible in the middle of the year last year that we'll continue with education in our province. But we're dedicating this result to 34 teachers that perished because if it was not their sacrifice, we will not be where we are, including 18 of our staff members that died through the complications of COVID. But we are relieved, as you said, the top 5 districts, all of them come from Gauteng, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. We are also the top province that is contributing to the highest number of bachelor passes, including our distinctions. The distinctions are the highest. But the cherry on top is the performance of township schools. You know, I went through the list of township schools that did exceptionally well, not in terms of 100% pass, but also the quality of the pass in terms of bachelor passes. But also to get 3 township young girls coming from the township to get recognized and be awarded as well. It's an amazing achievement. So we're quite pleased as a province. Yes, we are number 2, but I really believe that is quality number 2.
MEC, in your speech, you made a comment about Umalusi behaving as if there's no COVID-19 pandemic. What do you mean by that?
Really, we're taken aback when we received a report that they reduced their marks on 8 subjects. When there was COVID, they only reduced their marks in 2. When there was no COVID, only 2 subjects, their marks were reduced. But when the year of COVID, they reduced 8. And they don't reduce because learners have done bad. They're reducing on the basis that these learners have passed too much or too well. I really feel that it was a bitter pill to swallow, purely because there was COVID, learners worked very hard, and instead of encouraging them and rewarding them, we expected Umalusi to just take the raw marks of these learners or these subjects. But unfortunately, 8 of our subjects were reduced nationally on the basis that the learners passed too much. I really feel it's unfair. I really believed that Umalusi must review their stand. You can't, in a year where there was no COVID, only 2 subjects were reduced. But in the year where there was COVID, 8 subjects are downgraded. We really believe that it's not fair and it's something that Umalusi must go and review.
All right, thank you so much. That was, of course, the Gauteng Education MEC, Panyaza Lesufi, just telling us about the work that his department is doing in terms of closing the gap between township and urban schools, and, of course, announcing those amazing results in the province.